Guys, hello. We'll be going in a second, just getting all set up here. Hello. Okay. I'm on multi-devices now. My Instagram livers, bear with me. I'm just resituating. My setup wasn't great. Still not great. We'll figure it out. There we go. That looks a little better. We had a tripod poop out on us, so that's why I'm figuring out how to make this work better. Hello, guys. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's feeling good. Hi, Claire. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Megan. Hello. Hi, Shauna. So good to see you all. All right. I love it. I'm going to get started in just a second. I'm just letting people join in here. Hi, Tara. Okay. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. All right. Looks like we got a good, nice crew going. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's feeling great. IG Livers, if I keep cutting off like little pieces, feel free to comment and let me know. Hi, Carolina, if there's any problems with the view. Like I said, if you hadn't joined a minute ago, our tripod pooped out on us. And so my setup is, I'm just kind of figuring it out on the phone. So if it's not working, let me know before it really gets annoying. This morning, we're going to work into full splits. And if you are like, I cannot by any means get my leg full splits, kind of like anything close to that, do not worry. You can always take half splits, and we're going to work into a fuller variation of your splits. So we're going to work into a full splits flow that'll get into our inner hips, our hamstrings, the psoas, so this whole like nice side part of the body, and also the quads. Cool. All right, to get started this morning, go ahead and just find a position on your back that feels comfortable. My suggestion is to bring your knees in towards your chest, Apanasana, or legs up a wall. I love all the full splits has been quarantine project. Oh, I love it. So this is perfect for you, Carolina. That's great. All right, so when you guys are ready, and if you have blocks this morning or books or anything props-wise, doesn't hurt to have it close by. And then once you've found a comfortable variation on your back, so again, my suggestion is either knees pulled in towards the chest, Apanasana, or go ahead and take legs up a wall. And then just soften down your eyes. See if you can feel the backs of the legs. If you're in legs up a wall, just starting to sort of release here. Whatever variation you've chosen, just feel really rooted into your back. See if you can soften the eyes and start to bring yourself into your space. Finding full deep inhales in through the nose. Full deep exhales out through the nose. Being here with your breath, just beginning to open up the body. To find a little release. See if you can start to quiet your mind, whether the legs are lifted or the knees are pulling in. See if you can resist letting go of this variation, whatever you've chosen. See if you can stay in it for 2 more breaths. Whatever the mind is asking you to do, see if you can breathe into it. And find the power in your breath. I invite you to set an intention this morning. For me, perhaps you can follow suit. The intention will be to trust in my own body and my own intuition. So So finding this flow as an exercise of trusting in yourself. As trusting to know how far to go, when to back off, and what you need. Take one more full breath in through the nose. And a full breath out. And then if your knees are pulled into your chest, start to lift them towards the sky. Flex the toes towards the face. And then with your left leg, just begin to soften it down just above the mat to a little hover for a moment. So really slow lowering. And then once it arrives close to the mat, let it fall all the way completely down. Take your hands to the back of the right hamstring, and then just start to pull the right quad in towards your rib cage. So you're just finding a little hamstring extension here. And the right toes are pulling back towards your face. Finding deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Take one more full breath here. Full breath out here. As you're ready, start to reach your left heel back high to the sky. And then bring your hands behind your left hamstring as you softly lower the right heel down. And it might come down just again to that hover for a moment. See if you can feel the control of the legs. And then release it all the way to the mat. Once you're there, and it might be, as it is for me, very subtle, you're going to bring the top of your left thigh in towards your belly. So for me, it moves only just a little bit. My left hamstring is not that flexible these days. It doesn't have a lot of space. So just notice where you are and let that go, that need to go farther. And instead just breathe into the space that you do have. Notice it, feel the sensation. Take another deep breath in and a breath out. When you're ready, draw your right heel up to meet the left. Feel your legs pressing up towards the sky. And then take your arms out wide like a T. And then just start to lift your heels up towards the sky. And you're feeling the low belly pressing in towards your spine. And then lower it back down. 10 more times, lifting your heels just a little bit and lowering. You should feel the low belly beginning to engage. Lifting heels and lowering. Lifting and lowering. Someone sent me something that said I don't know how to count, and that is probably very accurate. So we're just gonna say we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the heels lifted here for a moment, and then softly lower back down. Drag your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a little squeeze. And then rock and roll on your spine until you find yourself with feet to the floor or shins parallel to the ceiling, boat pose. So we're rocking ourselves straight up into boat pose Navasana. We're finding that little space right between the sacrum and the top of the butt. And then we're breathing as you lengthen through the spine and broaden across the heart. Your hands can be behind your hamstrings on the mat where the palms can float. Find your breath. Take another full inhale here. And stay and soften out, exhale. On your next breath in, take your right leg long out in front of you. You can keep the hands as they are behind the left hamstring, mat, or floating. Or draw them up towards the sky and really feel the low belly kicking in. Take another deep breath in here. As you breathe out, bring your right knee back to meet the left. Take an inhale. Stay for the exhale. Left leg will hover long. Again, you can stay with the hands as they are, the mat, hamstring floating, or take them up and over your shoulders. Take another breath here. As you exhale, pull the left knee in. Take an inhale. Full exhale in your boat. Low boat pose when you are ready. Press your heels away from you. Feel the front side of the body hollowing. Feel the collarbone spreading. Really feeling that lift. Using the low belly. Take another breath in. Stay for the breath out. High boat pose pulls you up. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Lower down, low boat pose. This time, bring your right knee over your right hip and pause and hold. From here, start to lengthen through your right leg and then bend into the knee. So everything else stays the same. Take your right leg long, low boat. Bring right knee over right hip and then leg long. bend the knee, and then press it back. 2 more times, draw it in, lengthen out, bend the knee, press it back. Last time on this side, bend the knee, lengthen the leg, bend the knee, press it back out, high boat pose, take a deep breath in, woo, and a breath out. Come back down to your low boat pose, press it down, and then take your left knee over your left hip, lengthen the leg, bend into the knee, press the heel out. 3 more times, draw the knee in, lengthen the leg, bend the knee, press it back out. 2 more times, bend, lengthen, bend, press. 1 more time, bring it up, lengthen, bend, press. High boat pose, dry yourself up, take a full breath in, and a breath out. Grab behind the hamstrings, rock and roll on your spine. And we're gonna meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. So go ahead and find your fold when you are ready. Allow your sits bones to reach up towards the ceiling as you press your belly towards the thighs. You can really softly release here into the body, so you don't have to feel like you have to lock out completely through the legs to get any sort of benefit from this posture. You'll notice my knees are bent quite a bit. And then I'm just dangling the belly over the thighs and releasing through my torso, my upper body. Letting my shoulders be soft, Uttanasana, forward fold. If you'd like to take opposite elbows, you can. Maybe think about stretching through the sides of the body by dragging the elbows down and away. Take a deep breath in here. Whatever variation you're in, begin to release and find a halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, hands to your shins or to the mat or blocks. And then forward fold, soften. Rise up to stand, bird Namaskasana, root down through the feet, lift and lengthen up through the heart. And then exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And then go ahead and step your left toes to the back of the mat. We're finding a low lunge. Take your left knee down onto the mat, and then arms up and overhead. Press your pubic bone down and away, so really feeling this space moving into your left psoas, your left hip flexor. And then extend open through your heart. Take another inhale here. We're gonna move dynamically. We're gonna stay long, we're gonna start to stretch long through our right leg as we shift our hips back towards our left heel. Half split, half Hanumanasana. On your inhale, rebend into the right knee, reach up. And exhale, send it back, half split. 1 more time, find that dynamic movement. Inhale to rise. Exhale to float it back. On your next inhale, come forward into your low lunge. And then drop your right fingertips down so that they're either at your right hip or they're covering or touching down to your mat or block. Take another inhale here. And then stay for the exhale. We're gonna slide that right leg long, so you're finding a half split once again, and maybe keeping that side bend, reaching into the left side body. Take another full inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Reach both arms up and overhead as you rebend into the right knee, and then release the hands down to the mat. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, easy twist, open to the right. Right arm reaches high. See if you can find that sensation in your outer right hip. Peel the right hip gently down as you drag the left hip gently forward in line with the right. See if you can draw the left quad away from the mat. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, take your right fingers either down and peace finger around the right big toes, or you can keep your right arm lifted and start to come onto the outer edge of the left foot, and then just simply swing the right leg up and over side plank. Holding for a breath in. Breath out, lower the right hand down. Scooch the weight forward. Feel that sensation of your front body getting more active here in your plank. And then lower all the way to the belly, release. Untuck the toes. Lift up through your little baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Think about lifting the heart forward and up. Drawing the shoulders down and back and elbows squeezing in. Deep breath in. Breath out, release forehead to the mat. Come back through a child's pose as you are ready. Press into the hands. Draw the hips towards your heels, lengthen your spine. Take another deep breath in here and stay for the breath out. As you inhale, come forward into tabletop pose. Hug your low belly in. Feel that length and space of your spine. Drag your shoulder blades apart. And then as you take another breath, start to reach your right leg back behind you in space. Find that stretch long through your right heel. Take a deep breath in and stay for the breath out. Start to tuck your left toes, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog, lift it up and back. And then bend into the knees, stack the hip, roll the right side body open. Take a deep breath in here and stay for the breath out. On your inhale, start to lengthen through your right leg, drive it high to the sky. And then lower the toes down to meet the left downward facing dog. Take 2 full breaths here. See if you can settle the heels down and back. See if you can draw the belly closer towards the tops of the thighs and release your shoulders. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. On your next breath, in, gaze forward between your palms. Come up onto the balls of the feet, bend into the knees, and take 2 big steps towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Once again, soften, release into your legs. Allow your belly to come closer to the thighs. Soften the upper body, soften the shoulders. Soften the head and neck and just begin to release here. Take 2 more breaths. Take 1 more full breath. As you inhale, hands to shins, blocks, or the mat, find a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Rise up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, root down, rise up, lift, lengthen, and fold, release down into the legs. Halfway lift when you arrive. Plant your palms and step your right toes to the back of the mat. Lower the right knee when you arrive, untuck the toes, and then rise up through your low lunge. Press your hips forward and down. Pause here to find a little space. See if you can draw the right hip forward as you press the left hip gently back. Deep breath in. Breath out. Bring hips towards your right heel and lengthen your left leg. Hands can float, come onto the mat or blocks, whatever you need. 2 more times, moving dynamically, reaching up as you inhale, finding your low lunge. Exhale, hips to heels, finding that half split. Taking 1 more, reaching up and over. Half split as you exhale, drop it back. Take a big breath in, finding your low lunge once again. And then take your left hand to your left hip, to the mat or a block if you need that space, and then draw length into your right side body. Take a deep breath in here. Stay for the breath out. As you inhale, see if you can begin to lengthen through your left leg, but keep the side bend of the right arm up and over, feeling into that right side body in your half split. Take another big inhale. On your exhale, begin to bend into the left knee, sweep the arms up, low lunge, and then clamp the palms down. Start to untuck the right toes, lift the knee, and twist to the left. Easy twist, open up. Feel the right hip gently drawing forward, left hip pressing back. Pause here for a moment and see if you can draw your right thigh away from the mat. Hold for another full breath in. Full breath out. If you have the space, you can take left piece fingers to your left big toes, or find side plank by pressing into the right palm, spinning to the outer edge of the right foot, and gently just drawing the left leg over the right. Wherever you're going, breathe in. Take another full breath in. Breath out, release high plank. Float forward in your plank. Feel that connection of your low belly and the tops of your thighs. And then release all the way down to the mat as you exhale. Come on to the tops of the feet. Lift up through the heart, Bhujangasana. Exhale, forehead down. Hips to heels, child's pose, rock back. Lengthen the spine, lengthen through the sides of the body. Hold for another deep breath in. And stay for the breath out. As you inhale, come forward into your tabletop pose. And then just start to lengthen through your left leg. So just press the heel back behind you. Take another full inhale here just to feel that space, that length in the left leg. And then start to tuck your right toes. Lift your right knee and start to draw up and back, three-legged dog. Bend into the left knee, stack the hip, roll your Keep pressing down and away with the right heel and softening the left shoulder in line with the right. One more breath. As you're ready, re-extend your left toes high, and then just simply lower them down to the mat. 3 big breaths here in your dog. Pressing down and back through the heels, drawing length and lifting with the hips, lengthening the spine. Take one more inhale here. Stay and hold for your exhale. On your next breath, start to reach your right leg high to the sky, deep breath in. As you exhale, bend into the right knee, stack the hip, roll the right side body open. Press down through the left heel, take an inhale. As you exhale, start to square off the hip and then lengthen through your right leg. Deep breath in. Breath out, squeeze your knee in towards your nose. Round through the upper part of the spine and then drive the knee in a little higher, activate your belly, and lightly step the foot through. On your inhale, come all the way up through high crescent pose. Pause here for a moment. See if you can get both hips more in one line and then shift the pelvis gently forward. That back knee might bend a lot and then press through the back heel to open up the top of the thigh. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, bring your hands to your low spine. So we're going to find opposite elbows or clasp the palms, and then just gently draw the shoulder blades together and down, and lift up through the heart. Finding a little stretch through the chest, the pecs, the shoulders, and feeling into that left hip flexor and quad. On your next inhale, release the hands, and then reach them out wide, so they're out like a T. And then as you do so, press through the right ball mount of your right foot, and then hinging from your hips with your hips nice and square, we're gonna bring our torso down just about halfway and hover. Hold here in this hovering pyramid. Breathe into it. Maybe take it down another inch so that you're 3/4 of the way. Take another whole breath here. And then as you exhale, release down into your pyramid pose. Soften your nose towards your knee. Take a full breath in here. And stay for the breath out here. As you are ready, begin to walk bend into your right knee and walk your fingers forward out in front of your right toes. And then begin to lift your left leg off of the mat, finding standing split. Breathe again to the backs of the legs, finding a variation that serves you. See if you can drop the left hip in line with the right, finding little adjustments. Take another inhale, and then we're going to soften into our grounded right leg. So bend the knee, bring the left knee in towards the right knee, and then very, very slowly come up into standing high knee raise. Flex the left toes in towards the face. Stay or kick forward with your left leg, lengthen. As you exhale, hands towards your hips and pendulum your left leg back behind you. Airplane pose, warrior 3. Press down through your right heel, drop back through the left. Hold for another deep breath in. Breath out, we're gonna bend into the right knee. Lower the left toes, lower the hands to the mat, and then start to bring your right arm to the sky, find your easy twist. Pause and hold here, deep breath in. Breath out, stay, or take your right peace fingers to your right big toes. Turn onto the edge of the left foot, and then find Vashisthasana side plank. You can find that extended variation if it's in your practice this morning, holding for 3, 2, 1. Release the leg if you have it, and then release the right arm down. We're finding a high plank here. Start to lift your right toes off of the mat from your high plank, and then bring your knee in toward your nose. Inhale, extend it all the way up and back, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hip. Pause and hold here, or flip your dog if you would like, bringing right toes back behind the left knee as you extend open through the front side of the body. Breathing in across the heart space, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Come back into 3-legged dog when you are ready, drawing right toes to the sky. And vinyasa of choice. Rocking forward into maybe 3-legged plank. Lowering down chaturanga or all the way to the belly. Inhale through upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog is where we meet, hips lift to the sky. 2 full breaths. Arrive in your dog, using the breath to guide you. 1 more inhale. Stay for the exhale. When you're ready, it's left leg lifting and lengthening towards the sky. And then we're gonna bend into the left knee, stack open the hip, press the right heel down. Find length into your left side body, deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. Level off the hip, re-extend the left leg high. Squeeze your knee in towards your nose. Pause and hold, breathe in, breathe out. One more inhale. Step the left toes through. We'll rise all the way up, high crescent pose, and we pause. We're gonna see if we can draw the pelvis gently forward. Let the right knee soften as much as it needs, and then start to shift back through the heel to open up and make space across the top of the thigh. Take a deep breath in here. Breath out, hands come down to low spine. Opposite elbows or hands clasped. Roll your shoulder blades closer together and open up across your heart space. Keep lengthening through that right leg, drawing the thigh away from the mat as you maybe find more depth in the left knee. On your next breath, we're gonna unravel the arms and bring them out like a T. We're gonna press into the ball mound of the left foot and lengthen the leg. And then hinging from your hips, keeping them nice and square, start to bring your torso down, out over the left leg, like halfway. Feeling the belly coming closer towards the left thigh, breathing for another inhale here. And then maybe take it down another inch as you exhale here. Take one more full breath in this hovering pyramid, and then release your hands to blocks or the mat, wherever you have the space, nose coming closer to your left knee. Notice the differences in each side of the body. Notice what's happening as you deepen into this posture. Take another deep breath in and a breath out. We're gonna bend into the left knee, walk the fingers in front of the left toes, and then start to lift the right heel high to the sky, finding your standing split. So from here, see if you can press down through the left leg and then level off your right hip a little bit more, and then lift through the right heel. Take another full inhale here in your standing split. Full exhale. We're gonna soften the left knee and drag the right knee into beat it, and then slowly stand all the way up, standing high knee raise. Flex the right toes towards the face. Pause and hold here for another inhale. Maybe extend your right toes if you have the space as you exhale. Airplane pose, pendulum the right leg back behind you. Feel length across the spine, drive length into the back of the right leg. Pause and hold for another deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're gonna bend the left knee, take the right toes back. Hands release down to the mat, easy twist open to the left side. Feel that twist, lifting your left arm up and dropping your left hip down, finding sensation in the glute and the outer hip. When and if you're ready, either Vashisthasana, keeping the right hand on the mat and lifting the left leg up and over, or using your left peace fingers to guide your left leg up and over the right, and then maybe pressing your heel towards the sky. We're here for 3, 2, 1. High plank pose. Find your plank, find a steady plank, and then lift your left leg up, 3-legged plank. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, squeeze your knee in towards your nose. Find your 3-legged dog, draw it all the way up and back. Bend into the knee, stack the hip. Stay here or lower the left toes down. Draw the hips towards the sky, flip your dog. Maybe reaching left arm up and over. Find another full breath in and breath out. Come back through your 3-legged dog, drawing your left leg high. And then maybe 3-legged plank or a regular plank, vinyasa of choice. Move through your flow, lowering halfway or all the way to the belly. Inhaling, upward facing or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog is where we meet. Hips lift high. Breath into the back side of the body. One more full inhale here. And stay for the exhale. As you inhale, start to bring your right leg high to the sky. And then bend into the knee, stack the hip, roll the right side body open. Re-extend through the right leg, draw it high. And then bring your knee in towards your nose, give it a nice squeeze in, and lightly step it through. Rise up through your crescent pose, deep inhale. Stay for the exhale, settle. Hands down to low spine, opposite elbows or fingers clasped. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Lift up through the heart. And then release the bind, arms come out to your sides. Press through the ball mound of the right foot, lengthen the leg. And then come down halfway into that floating pyramid. Take another deep breath here. Lower a little bit more with the torso. Release the hands to shins, mat, or blocks. Keep the left hip squaring forward, full pyramid, deep breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, rebend into the right knee. Walk the fingers forward, lift the left toes up and back, find your standing split. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Soften into your right knee, drag the left knee in to meet it, and then float all the way up to standing high knee raise. Take a deep breath in here and a breath out. We're going to change here. Take your left hand to your left hip, and then begin to kick your left leg back, and then open your left hip towards the ceiling, finding Ardha Chandrasana, half moon on your right leg. Maybe you start to float your right hand down, left arm to the sky. Maybe you keep your hand to the hip or extend your right arm even forward. Take another full breath in here. As you breathe out, we're going to bend into the right knee, step back, finding warrior two. And then lengthen your right leg, drive your right arm up and overhead, find a reverse triangle, reverse trikonasana, opening through the right side body. Take a deep inhale here. Feel length across your right ribs as you exhale. We're going to turn your right toes in, releasing right hand, sweeping it all the way down and around, wide-legged forward fold. Breathe into the back side of the body. Let the head and neck be soft. Feel the feet firmly rooting into the mat. Take another inhale here. Stay and hold for your exhale. On your next breath, find a little halfway lift, and then turn your right toes towards the ceiling as you bend into your left knee, Skandasana. Finding a low side lunge, breathing in and out softly here. Take another inhale, and then start to come back to the other side, bending into the right knee, drawing left leg up. On your next breath, stay with it. Bend into your left knee, bring your hands to frame your left foot at the top of the mat. So now we're at the back of our mat. And then we're going to shift our right heel to the sky, standing split. So back of the mat, standing split on the left leg. Find a deep breath in and stay for the breath out. As you inhale, bend into the left knee, bring the right knee in to meet it, and slowly stand up into your standing high knee raise, using the strength of your legs and your glutes. From here, you can stay. You can start to take your peace fingers around your right big toes, and then maybe just gently extend the right heel forward. If you want to lift that left arm as you extend, you can. Draw the right shoulder back into its socket, holding here for 3, for 2, 1, release whatever mind you have. Pendulum back into your warrior 3 airplane shape. And then bend the left knee. Step the right toes down. Release the hands down. And release the right knee down. Come up into a low lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. And then cactus, open across the heart. Inhale, re-extend your arms. Exhale, release them down to the mat. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Slide your hips towards the sky, lengthen through your left leg, find that pyramid or cat lunge shape. Draw the belly close to the left thigh, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Rebend into the left knee. Left hand to the sky, open into an easy twist towards the left. Press your right thigh away from the mat. Stay here, or Vashisthasana, maybe peace fingers around the left toes. And then lift up, lengthen out, breathe in. Hold for another 3, 2, 1. Releasing your left leg, if you have it, maybe extending long. And then we're going to meet in a low lunge. Left hand comes down, left knee comes in. So low lunge, top of our mat once again. And then from here, without a sound, scoop your left heel in towards your left glute, and then draw it up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend into the knee, stack the hip. Stay here or flip your dog, drawing up and open with the front side body. Rolling open as you draw the left arm back. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. Come back through three-legged dog, draw your left foot high to the sky, and then roll forward into a plank pose. Vinyasa of choice. Move through your flow, releasing inhale breaths as you find your back bend. Exhale breath as you draw your hips towards the sky. Take 2 inhales here. 2 exhales here. 1 more deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. As you're ready, reach your left leg once again high to the sky. And then bend into the knee, stack the hip, roll the left side body open. Inhale to extend the leg. Exhale, squeeze it into your nose, round, hold, squeeze it in, and step it through. High crescent lunge is where we meet, rise up. As you exhale, bring your hands to your low spine. Opposite elbows or hands clasped, roll the shoulders back and down, lift up through the heart, find a little stretch through the right quad. And then release the arms out to your sides, inhale. Press through the ball mound of the left foot, lengthen both legs. Hinging from the hips, float your belly towards your left thigh, halfway down, hovering pyramid. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, maybe come a little lower with the torso. And then you can take hands to shins, blocks, or mats. Release into your full pyramid. Finding that right hip and drawing it a little more in line with the left, take a breath in. Stay for the breath out. Bend into the left knee, walk the fingers forward. Bring your right knee or your right leg all the way up to the sky. Find your standing split. See if you can drop the right hip. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Both knees meet for a moment. And slowly stand all the way up. Find your balance, standing high knee raise. Stay here or kick your right foot forward. And then we're going to bring, we're going to come into our half moon. So our left hand, right now we'll come to hip. Left hand stays reaching, all off sides. And then we're going to kick our right heel back behind us as we open the right side body. So you might find some wobbles. You might fall out as you make your way there. But we're trying to find that trust in ourselves, that security in that left foot and that left glute, and the strength of our left quad to keep us lifted. And then using the right leg, the whole right leg, the quad, the glute, the hamstrings, to help them stay active so that we could stay here for another full breath in. Breath out, bend into the left knee, step back, warrior 2 to sink into the hips. Lengthen your left leg, draw your left arm to trace the ceiling, up and over, finding that reverse trikonasana, reverse triangle. Take another breath into your left ribs, and then turn your left toes in, sweep your left arm down, finding a wide-legged forward fold prasarita. Pause here for 2 breaths. Stay with it. Taking 1 more full breath. As you inhale, take a little halfway lift. Bend into your right knee, flip your left toes towards the sky, Skandasana. Feel that left hamstring lengthening. Feel the right hip opening. Come to the other side. You can use hands or keep them floating. Take a full breath in. Left knee is now bent, right leg is long, breath out. We're going to come to a low lunge at the top of our mat on our right leg. Hands will come outside of your right foot. Okay, so we're here. And then we're going to take our standing split, so lifting the left foot this time high to the sky. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, bend into your right knee, drag the left knee in to meet it. Standing high knee raise. Strong right glutes are supporting you. And then you can stay exactly as you are. You can work the left leg forward energetically, or take your left peace fingers around your left big toes and then start to maybe extend the leg. You might notice that one side is very different than the other, and just embrace it. See if you can draw the left shoulder back into its socket. Take another deep breath in. Release whatever mind you have, wobbles, and then find your warrior 3. Airplane pose. Take a deep breath in here. Breath out. Start to bend into the right knee, step the left toes back, lower the hands down. Lower the back knee down, reach up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Cactus, open up across the heart. And then inhale, come back through center. Take the hands down to the mat. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Find a pyramid pose or cat lunge. Lengthen the legs, draw your hips towards the sky, nose below the knee. Take a deep breath in here. And deep breath out here. We're gonna rebend into the right knee. And then we're gonna open to the right, easy twist. Open up through that right arm. Pause here, breathe into your right side. Feel the glute dropping, take an inhale. Side plank Vashisthasana. You can float the right leg over the left or peace fingers around the right big toe. Come onto the outer edge of the left leg. And then using the strength of your body here, the whole body is coordinating. We're holding for 3, 2, 1. Release the right foot if you have it and find high plank. Once you arrive in your high plank, lift your right foot off of the mat. Squeeze the knee in towards the nose and then extend it all the way high up to the sky. Bend into the knee, stack the hip. Stay or flip your dog. Right foot comes down, reaching right fingers up and over, breathing in. Breathing out. One more inhale. Come back for your 3-legged dog. Float the right leg high. Vinyasa of choice. You can come through a 3-legged plank. Maybe add a handstand if you would like. Find your way to downward facing. Eventually pressing hips to the sky. And allowing the belly to soften back towards the thighs. Take a full breath here. Stay for the breath out. If you'd like to soften the knees down, we have about 3 more breaths to be in this posture before we move on again. Oh, I see Casey joined. Hi, Casey. Hi, Madeline. So good to see you guys. Hi, Carolyn. Whew. All right, what a good crew. Hope everyone's doing great still. All right, taking wherever you are, staying with your breath. We're gonna move on. When you're ready, if you're not already there, downward facing dog. And then when you become ready, inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Bend into your knee, stack the hip, roll it open. Inhale, re-extend it high. And then drag the knee in towards the nose. Lightly step the foot through, rise up, high crescent pose, reach up. Exhale, bring hands down to low spine. Opposite elbows or fingers clasped, roll the shoulders back and down. And this time, as you exhale, you can stay with the belly, you can hover the belly to hover over the thigh, or if you'd like, you can start to melt your right shoulder to the inside. Breathing into that right hip, opening up across the shoulders. Keep drawing your left hip forward, right hip gently back. Take another breath in. Stay for the breath out. Come back up, release the vine. Reach your arms out to your sides and lengthen your right leg. Bring your left hip in line with the right as you hover the belly down just a couple inches into that halfway pyramid. Maybe bring it down a little bit more, and then all the way down into your pyramid pose. Take a deep breath here. Stay for the breath out. Walk your fingers forward as you soften into the right knee and lift your left heel up and over. Find your standing split. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, bring your left knee in to kiss the right and stand all the way up, standing tiny raise. Stay here or kick your left heel forward. And then once again, finding half moon, left hand comes to hip. Maybe opening the left side body as you drop the right hand down. Maybe reaching up through your left fingertips. Keep pressing into the right foot. Keep drawing back with your left heel, deep breath in. Breath out, warrior 2. Lengthen your right leg, reverse your triangle, reverse Trikonasana. Turn the right toes in and sweep the right arm all the way down until you're in your Prasarita forward fold. So nice. Take a deep inhale here. Deep exhale here. Halfway lift. Bend into the left knee, turn the right toes towards the ceiling, Skandasana. Moving with your breath, we're going to change sides. Right knee will bend, left leg will lengthen. Take a deep breath in. Come all the way to the back top of the mat. Left knee is bent. Right leg is long, low lunge. Standing split. Right toes reach to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Right knee in to kiss the left. Standing high knee raise. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. And then from here, you can stay. You can extend the leg or try the peace finger variation around your right big toes. Maybe left hand stays on your hip to help support. Maybe you reach it high to the sky. Wherever you go, hug your right shoulder back into its socket. Take a deep breath in. And then release whatever bind you have. Take one more inhale. Warrior 3, pendulum the right leg back. And then step it all the way to the back of the mat, hands lower. Right knee lowers, untuck the toes, reach the arms up. Cactus open across the heart. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, hands down. Start to tuck your back toes, lift the knee. Hips towards the sky, melt your nose towards your left knee, cat lunge or pyramid shape. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. On your next inhale, rebend into the left knee. And then reach your left arm high to the sky. Find that easy twist. Press the right thigh away from the mat. This time, maybe working again into that extended side ankle. So left fingers around your left big toes. Turn onto the outer edge of the right foot. And then maybe without extending the leg, you just pull the knee up and over, almost like tree pose variation. And then just explore. See if you can kick your left heel towards the sky. Keep drawing your right hip away from the mat. Holding for another breath in. This time, release your left leg back behind the right. Find your dancer's table. Open up through the front side of the body. Take another deep breath in here. Deep breath out here. Come back into a three-legged plank. Draw your left leg long. And then bring your left knee in towards your nose. Lightly step the foot through. Lower the right knee down. Rise up. Find your inhale. Exhale, hips towards your heels. Okay. We found a half split again. So from here, hug your low belly in, and then think about sliding your forehead past your left big toes. Now I'm gonna be on my most vulnerable side to start. So I'm gonna grab blocks. If you have blocks or books or blankets, anything that you can use for support underneath your hands, that's always great. And if not, find an edge and just stay with it. That can even be hands to hips as you work into this fuller variation of your split. We have a little time here. So if it becomes at any point unbearable and you're not breathing anymore, let it go. If you can, see if you can begin to slide your left heel out a little longer and maybe start to walk those right toes back. Now for me on this side, I absolutely need a block. Okay, so you can take a block under the thighs or you can keep blocks underneath hands, books, whatever you have access to. And then find your strength here. Find your breath here. And see if you can just work into this. Just allow the sensation to be what it is. No judgments. I notice right now that my right toes are sickling out behind me, so I'm going to let it go a little bit and draw the right toes back. Okay, so trying to take that sickling out of the right leg. And by that I mean sort of that rotation towards the left side of the room. And we're just breathing. Notice what little adjustments you need to make into your split. It might be really, really close to the ground. You might be in a full split on this side, or maybe you're nowhere, like it feels like a very subtle difference from your half split. Wherever you are, take 2 more breaths. Take 1 more full breath. We're going to rebend into the left knee when you are ready. Okay? You can keep the blocks if they're helpful for you there. And then we're going to find a low lunge. So steady your low lunge, reach your arms up overhead. And then take your left hand to your hip or all the way down to a mat or the block and reach your right fingers high. Take a deep breath in here. And then lower both hands down to frame your left toes. Bring your right toes on the mat. Draw your right knee away from the mat and hug your left knee in, heel towards your seat. And then find your plank or three-legged plank. Vinyasa of choice. Move through your flow. Really nice work, you guys. We're breathing. We're finding space. We're drawing our hips a little higher as we arrive at our downward facing and maybe allowing the softness into the back of the body. Take 1 more inhale here. Really nice work. Stay for the exhale. When you're ready, it's left toes to the sky. We're going to bend into the knee, stack the hip, draw the left side body open. We're going to re-extend the left leg high, inhale, and then squeeze your knee in towards your nose, round, hold, and step it through. High crescent lunge is where we meet, reaching arms up overhead. And then draw your hands back behind you, low spine. Opposite elbows or clasp your palms, roll the shoulder blades back and down, lift up through the heart. You can come down with your belly hovering over your left thigh and stay, or melt your left shoulder to the inside of the thigh. We're finding breath. We're reaching the fingers maybe a little higher and melting the heart down as we keep the right hip drawing forward. Take one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Come up into your crescent with your arms extended out nice and wide, so release the arms. And then lengthen your left leg. Peel your right hip gently forward and start to hover the belly down. Find that halfway fold, hold inhale. Lower a little bit more as you exhale. Hands release down to shins, blocks, or the mat. Find the space you need into your full pyramid. Take a deep breath in. And stay for the breath out. We're going to bend into the left knee. We'll walk the fingers gently forward, standing split, right toes to the sky. Take a full breath in here. As you breathe out, bend into your left knee, bring the right knee into meet it. Find standing high knee raise. Pause and hold. Stay or kick out long with the right toes. Once again, we're going to open into half moon. So take your right hand to your hip if you would like, and you can begin to pendulum the right leg back as you draw the right side body open. Finding balance on your left leg, maybe extending the arms out like a T. Press through your right heel, hold it. Find deep breaths in, deep breaths out. One more inhale. Step it back, warrior two as you exhale. Lengthen your left leg, trace the ceiling with your fingertips, revolve or reverse or triangle, reverse Trikonasana. Open your left side body. Turn your left toes in, sweep the left arm all the way down, finding wide-legged forward fold Prasarita. Take another full breath in here. Feel the weight evenly distributing into the feet. Full breath out. Halfway lift when you've arrived. And then we're going to bend into the right knee, flip the left toes towards the ceiling, Skandasana. Move with your own breath to the other side. We'll bend into the left knee, right heel lifts. Find a full breath here. And then when you're ready, it's low lunge at the right, onto the right foot top of your mat. So the left thigh is still pressing away. When you're ready, it's left leg to the sky. We find a standing split. And then we're going to hug the left knee in to kiss the right. And slowly unfurl into our standing high knee raise. I'm just moving because I think I'm out of the frame a little bit for you guys. And then we're going to take the left leg and you can extend it forward out in front of you. Or if you have the space, bring your left peace fingers around your left big toes and start to gently extend. Right hand can stay on your hip or reach to the sky. You might notice a very big difference in this side. I know I certainly do. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Extend your left leg if you have the space. Pendulum back, finding your airplane pose, warrior 3. Beautiful. We're going to step the left toes down, bend the right knee. Lower the left knee down and reach the arms up overhead. Finding your cactus when you arrive. Open up across the heart. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, release them down to the mat. Start to tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and slide your hips towards the sky as you lengthen through your right leg. Take another full breath in here. Stay for the breath out here. We're going to rebend into the right knee, and then we're going to open up to the right side. Easy twist, right fingers float high. Once again, you can explore this side plank variation. Taking your right peace fingers around your right big toe. Come onto the outer edge of the left foot, and then using your belly and coordinating with the leg, you're going to drop your knee up like tree, and then maybe press through the heel, holding in your side plank for 3, for 2, 1. We lower the right toes back behind the left. Find your dancer's table, holding. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Open the front side body. Come back into a plank pose. Lift your right toes off of the mat, 3-legged. Knee squeezes into your nose and lightly step the foot through. Lower the back knee down, reach the arms up overhead, and then we're going to find that half split. Slide your hips towards your left heel, lengthen your right leg. From here, you can take blocks to your side. So once again, we're drawing a long spine, belly's hugging in, and we're thinking about our forehead as though we're going to come past our toes. That's how long our spine is here. You can stay exactly as you are. You can begin to slide your right heel forward. You can use the blocks underneath your fingertips or books or whatever, or slide something underneath the right thigh to give you a little more depth. So wherever you're going, you're attempting to keep the hips square. So that left hip is still drawing forward and the right hip is back. And then find what you need here. And then draw, maybe gaze back at your left leg and just check on that sickling. I know I tend to do that, especially because I want to get into splits and sometimes I'm just so tight I'm not there. Breathing, noticing the difference between sides, whether it's subtle or very extreme like mine. Just breathe, embrace it, challenge yourself here to the point where the challenge is good, where you're feeling sensation, not pain. You're not forcing it, but rather breathing into it and maybe softening. Take another full inhale. That's the beauty of, or that's the challenge of splits rather. And the beauty of the challenge of splits is that it really forces us to just let go of our ego and let our body tell us where it's ready to be. We have to know to trust ourselves to know how far we can go. Take one more inhale. And then as you're ready, gently slide that right heel back in. Woo! Okay, we're gonna reach our arms up. Once you feel stable in your legs, of course, reach your arms up overhead. You can take right hand to hip, or it can come down to a block or the mat and stretch up and over that left side body. Take another full inhale here. As you exhale, sweep the left fingers down. Bring the right hand to frame the right toes. We're gonna hug the right knee, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and then hug the right knee in towards your belly, and then extend it back. Three-legged plank. You can lower through a regular vinyasa or three-legged vinyasa. Maybe add your handstands here if you would like. Then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Find a full breath in and a full breath out. Once you find downward facing, see if you can soften your head and neck. Maybe roll it around a little bit. Send your body a little love for all of that hard work so far. Take one more full breath in. And full breath out. As you inhale, lift and lengthen your right leg high. And then bend into the knee, stack the hip roll. Inhale, re-extend it high to the sky. And then bring the right knee in towards your nose and lightly step it through. Soften your back knee down and lift up through the heart. And then from here, you can stay. You can take hands to top of thigh if that feels good. We're working into the left hip flexor. You can stay here, or if this doesn't feel, or if this feels like enough, stay with that. If it does not feel like enough, you can start to reach your arms up overhead. Maybe you start to kick your left heel in towards your left glute and reach with your right hand for the inside of the foot. Okay? So we're upright. We're seeing if we can find the stretch through our whole left side body. And maybe we get a little more into that left quad. Breathing, pausing, holding, finding the comfort in the discomfort. Take one more breath in and breath out. Gently release your left toes, release the hands down to the mat. Find an easy twist, open your right arm to the sky, and then exhale, bring the right hand inside of your right toes. Give it a little heel toe out to the right edge of the mat. You can start to loosey-goosey up with the hip. You can rock it around, swirling the knee out and in. And then find a little stillness when you're ready. Maybe coming onto the outer edge of your right foot if you have that space. Maybe staying on your palms or lowering your forearms down. Finding somewhere where you can feel restful and easy. Breathing. Stay with this. We're here in our lizard for 3 more breaths. I'm just checking my time. Okay, Instagrammers, it's going to kick me off in a second. Hi, Scratch. So, as always, I'm going to end and come back so we can finish our last side here. Okay. Give me a moment. Sorry, YouTubers, stay with your lizard. You're doing great. Okay, I think our Instagrammers will be back in a moment. So from our lizard, we're gonna start to come back onto the palms if you've lowered onto the forearms. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and then start to lengthen those legs, drive your hips to the sky. So we're finding this nice variation of our pyramid. Our hands are inside the right foot, and we're just continuously dragging that left hip forward. And then we're going to turn our right toes in and walk our hands to the center of our mat, finding a prasarita forward fold. 3 soft breaths here. If it feels good for you to grab around the ankles, or even take the hands in front of the face or walk them back behind you, do what works. If you're just joining us on Instagram Live, we came from a lizard all the way into a forward fold. And we're just pausing. We're finding a variation that suits our bodies in this moment. If you're going upside down, please take your time. Take another deep breath in and stay for the breath out. Bring your hands underneath your face when you are ready. Find a little halfway lift, and then walk your hands towards the front of your mat, bend into your right knee. Okay, we're coming into a seated pigeon here. So if you already know you don't like seated pigeon in this variation, feel free to take fire log or supine variation. So if you're coming into seated, walk your right toes towards your left wrist, and then start to place the shin down on towards the mat. And then press your left toes back behind you and lift up. If you're fire logging, bring your left leg up and over your right. Make a little triangle shape in the thighs, stacking like fire logs, ankles over your knees, knee over ankle. If you're in supine, it's the figure 4 on your back. Right ankle over left thigh, drawing the sacrum down and pressing the knees in. If you're still in a seated variation, you're still upright with me, stay with it. Maybe reach your arms up, find a little space in your right hip. And then as you're ready, when and if you're ready, you can hinge from the hips and fold out over the right thigh. So coming into this mindfully, slowly, not just collapsing immediately the minute I say pigeon, so that you can find more length in the side of the body, so that you can feel a little more depth in this posture, so that we can make progress. I know that someone, Carolina, said that full splits were a project for her during quarantine. And I like that because with a full split, it's really easy, really easy to see progress over time. Whereas with something like a half pigeon, when we're constantly just collapsing into it, it's really hard to, I think for most of us, to see the progress. So I always invite you, if you can, start, if you're coming into the seated half pigeon, come into it in a full seated variation and lift up through the sides of the body and just notice where you have more space each time. Before we collapse, because often we collapse and we let the hip come down with us. See if you can square the hips, see if maybe you can even lift the arms up. Just notice where that strength is originating from. Notice if you're collapsing onto the hip before softening down. All right, so that was my little geek out session on pigeon for you. So now just enjoy it. We're here for 3 more breaths. Two more breaths. Take one more full inhale. And one more full exhale. When you're ready, walk your hands back in towards your hips. If you're in supine, gently bring the legs out and rock and roll. We're going to meet our way, we're going to find our way to downward facing dog. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. So however you need to get there. That may mean that you just tuck your left toes and lift your right leg to the sky and give it a little shake. That might mean a full vinyasa between sides, but trust in your own body to tell you what it needs in this moment. If you just need a couple extra breaths in child's pose or downward facing, that's also a great option. Honor those judgments, trust your intuition. Breathe into your space that you're creating this morning. Take another full inhale here. Stay for the exhale here. When you're ready, it's left leg to the sky. We'll bend into the knee, stack the hip, open the left side body. Take a deep breath in. Breath out. Lengthen the left leg high. And then knee comes into your nose. Give it a nice little squeeze and lightly step it through. We'll lower the back knee down. And then once again, you can take the hands to the top of the thigh, and this is where you can remain. You don't have to go any farther than this. And this is a really nice place to be. because you're getting a little weighted action into the left thigh, and then you're finding more length through your right hip flexor and into the psoas. All right, if you have more space, your body says, okay, there's more to go. Draw your right heel towards your right glute. Take your arms to the sky, and then maybe take your left hand for the inside of your right foot, and then keep opening up through the right. And we're just pausing. Again, think about finding comfort in the discomfort, meaning sensation, not pain. We're breathing into the sensation in our quad, the sensation in our hips, the sensation into the left psoas, the side of the body, the ribs. Take 2 more full inhales here. 2 more full exhales. 1 more full breath in. Breath out. Slowly release the foot if you've lifted it. Maybe reach both arms up and overhead. And we return to that half split for just a moment. Dropping our hips towards our right heel, lengthening the left leg. Rebend into the left knee. And find an easy twist just with the right knee down, swooping your left arm to the sky, opening to the left side of the room. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lower your left hand inside of your left foot and just give it a little heel toe. Once again, you have space. You can swivel the hips around. You can rock the knee out and in. Find a little space. Before settling into some stillness in this posture, you can come to the outer edge of the left foot. You can start to lower onto the forearms. Keep your spine nice and long if you can help it, and just breathe. Find some sensation into your left hip and glute. It worked really hard this morning. And some sensation into this right hip flexor. Feel all the things. See if you can really feel your practice, feel your body, feel the sensations moving around. We have 2 more full breaths here. We have 1 more full breath here. And then when you're ready, walking back onto the palms if you've lowered the forearms. Okay, and then we're gonna bring our heel to our foot back in towards midline and reach the arms up overhead just for a moment. Bring your left hand to your hip or to the mat or a block and stretch into the right side body. We're gonna bring the right hand all the way down, bringing both hands to the center of the mat, lifting our right knee, turning the toes in, heels out, forward fold, soft and cross, Rita. Breathing into the back side of the body, melting the heart between the thighs. You can take your ankles, you can keep the hands underneath your face or walk them back behind you. Find somewhere where you can feel some release, where you can feel some breath. Just breathing softly, finding space into your body. Take another soft, full, big breath in. Full, big breath out. If you've gone upside down, come down on your own time and softly and easily. And then extend the heart, lift up halfway. Walk your hands to the top of your mat, finding that low lunge. And then once again, walking your left toes towards your right wrist. And then the shin comes down. Half pigeon, supine pigeon, or fire log. You choose what works best for your body. And then as I said before, I like to get into this posture by finding my fullest expression, so full sensation. By walking my hands in towards my hips, and you can tell already on this side, I have less space. My hip is super lifted off the mat. You can slide a block under there if it's too much, or you can continuously, energetically press your right hip forward, left hip back. Zip your inner thighs up together so I'm lifting myself off the mat, and stay here or reach your arms up, finding an active lizard. You should feel your right hip flexor getting a lot of length and sensation, your left glute and your left outer hip stretching, releasing. And then your side bodies are active. They're drawing up and out of the hips to keep you lifted. Maybe take another breath or 2 as you are. And then when and if you're ready to fold, keep the extension. Use this hip hinging, so hinging from the hips with a long spine, to maybe start to melt. If you're in supine, you're pulling the knees in closer to the chest and simultaneously drawing the sacrum towards the mat. If you're in fire log, you're attempting to keep your sits bones down, and then if you are folding over the legs at all, you're keeping the spine nice and long, and the hips nice and square, and the sits bones rooted. Once you arrive in your variation of pigeon, just soften into it. Allow this to feel good in your body. Give yourself space and time to breathe and just be here. Find some release here. Take 2 more full breaths in. One more deep breath. And then when you are ready, start to walk your hands back in. We're going to find what variation works for you. That might just be simply lifting your left leg to the sky and giving it a nice shake out. Maybe opening the hip, maybe extending the leg a few times. Maybe it's a full vinyasa if you need it, if you want it. And then find your way to downward facing when you are ready. Taking 3 more breaths wherever you are. Coming into downward facing dog and 2 more breaths if you can. Take 1 more full inhale. Full exhale. Downward facing dog if you're not already there. And then gaze forward between your palms. Bend into your knees. And hop, step, float all the way through to a seat. Okay, we're on our seat. Take your hands around your hamstrings. Bring your forehead to your knees and just give yourself a little rounding in towards the knees. Feel the back of the neck beginning to gently release. Feel the sits bones continuing to root, and then maybe draw your shoulder blades apart so that you're opening up the top part of the spine. Take another deep breath here. Deep breath out here. Bring the head back through neutral. Walk your hand or draw your hands out in front of you and lower softly all the way to your back. Once you arrive on your back, squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice tight little squeeze. Take an inhale. Arms out like cactus or to a T. Drop the legs over to the left and just begin to gaze over the right, twisting, releasing, feeling your right outer hip glute and side body releasing and stretching. Taking 2 more deep breaths. 1 more deep breath. Knees come back through center as you are ready. Draw them in and then lower them over to the right as you scoot your hips gently towards the left. Gazing over the left and finding space. Maybe dropping your left shoulder ear to the mat even more to open up through the left side of the body and really feel that bringing out of your low spine. Feel into the sensation. Trust your breath in your body to guide you. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Bring the knees back through center as you're ready. And then bring the feet towards the sky. So perhaps where we started this morning's class. Peel the toes back towards the face. Activate the tops of the thighs so that you can get long into the backs of the legs. Pause here for a moment, keeping this legs up a wall to be super active. Just for another few moments as we let some of the energy and the tension and whatever we're still holding on to drain from the feet. Maybe you can feel that draining. Maybe you can actually feel the sensation in the legs as the pressure, the tension, whatever you built up during this hour, just allowing it to release softly. Take 2 more breaths. Take a deep breath in through your nose here. Empty all the air out through the mouth, let it go. Draw your arms up towards the sky, wrists over your shoulders. And then close the eyes, nobody's watching, and just start to wiggle. Noodle yourself in the sky. Breathe into it. Allow it just to look silly, let it be big, let the movements get wild. Take another breath in. Keep moving and open mouth. Sigh it out. On your inhale, release everything long down onto your mat. Let the palms splay and the feet splay. Soften the shoulder blades. Draw your shoulders from your ears. Come back to that original intention. Trusting yourself. Honoring the choices that you make. And knowing that once we can trust ourselves, we can also trust in others. Important to walk through life with that sense of trust in yourself so that you can be 100% you. Trusting that others will accept it. That others will catch you when you fall. And hopefully demonstrating to yourself this morning that you know your body, that you know your limitations, that you can feel them, that you can be in touch with them and use your breath to guide you, to tell you when to keep going and when to stop, when to push, when to resist the temptation of the mind to quit, and when to listen. If you can stay here longer on your back and you have the time to do so, please remain. If and when you become ready to make movements, you can wiggle out through your limbs, roll your ankles and your wrists, and then maybe soften side to side with the shoulders. If you're ready, roll onto one side, resting in fetal position, and then using your hands to press you up when you're ready to a comfortable seat. Resting on your shins or your sits bones, softening into it, lengthening the spine, drawing shoulders away from the ears. Take a big breath in to bring hands through your heart center, settling here, grounding into your space, lighting up your spine, finding space and length. Honoring yourself for being here on your mat this morning, for exploring your fuller variation of splits, or maybe your very full variation. Giving yourself room to just be at ease, to not let ego be the thing that's driving you, but instead trusting in yourself to know where to go, so that maybe you can find more progress over time. Hands through third eye, I bow to each and every one of you. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you guys for practicing. Happy Saturday. Namaste. All right. Happy Saturday, you guys. Thanks for being here, tuning in. I hope everybody's going to enjoy the rest of your day and has lots of quarantine projects lined up. Maybe some full splits, even though you just did a billion split type things. Yeah, I'm sending love to all of your hamstrings today and your hips. If you have any questions or want to shoot me photos of your practice, I always love that. It makes me feel like you guys were here in the room with me, and that's super important for connection right now. So please do. You can send them to @FlexandFlow if you're watching on Insta. I'm also @JamieKingFit if you want to reach out and tell me what I missed or ask me questions about the flow or anything else. I'm always down to answer questions and also receive fun photos of you and your dog or your spouse or your kids or whomever was joining you for this morning's practice. Thanks you guys for being here. Bye, Megan. Thank you. Enjoy the sunshine, you guys. Bye, Rachel. Oh, thanks, Lena. Nice to see you. Bye, Laura. Bye, Carolina. Bye, Casey, Madison, Tara. You're welcome. It was so good. Thanks, Claire. My hamstrings feel good too. All right, you guys. Thanks, YouTubers, for tuning in. I will see you guys soon. Oh, yeah, I feel you, Jamie. I needed that too. All the hamstrings. All right, you guys, tune in for more classes tomorrow, 9:30 with Alexis and 5:30 with Alyssa. All the running. I feel you, Jamie. It's doing it to me too.